Hello, everyone. So this week I am pre-recording my message to you because I was so excited about sharing the topic today. Um, so normally I do this on Wednesdays, but I am traveling to visit my family in Atlanta on Wednesday the 9th. So I'm recording this so that you can still have this valuable information. So today I'm going to talk about our resourceful state. So we all have times in our life when we were confident, we accomplished some goal, and we know what that feels like. Um, but one of the tools that I use as part of neuro-linguistic programming, but basically it says that our inner thinking, feeling, our language is sort of our map of reality, and then that can be remapped. It also says that no one is broken, that we all work perfectly, and that we really already have everything we need to achieve our goals. So we can use sort of these past experiences where we were confident and we'd accomplished something to infuse our future. So we can increase our success through using the power of our mind. So it's important to understand how we organize our thinking and feeling and our language and how this affects our everyday life. So one of the other things that's a truth is that behind every behavior is a positive intention. And so if we do something that we consider like bad or wrong, actually it has a positive intention. And so when we can understand that or reprogram ourselves, then that doesn't rule our lives. So I recently read this article that kind of reminded me of this very topic. So researchers were considering that looking at a photo or feeling nostalgic could ease loneliness and grief. So the author shares that looking at a photo of her and her mother on a special trip to Paris reminded her of not only that memory, but many other joyful times. So researchers go on to say that fond memories can generate feelings of being more optimistic, inspired, creative. So you may, and I'll post a link to that article in the comments. But I'll give you an example of sort of a recall of a past memory that creates the same feeling in the present. So let's say that there is a song that comes on the radio that reminds you of maybe your first love in high school. Well, immediately you'll have those same feelings, right? You'll hear the song, you'll feel nostalgic, you'll have those same feelings of, that first love and that, flutter in our belly. Or maybe it's a smell. Maybe when you smell like fresh baked bread or chocolate chip cookies, that reminds you of your grandmother because she always baked for you when you came to visit. So maybe it reminds you of your grandmother's love. So the technique I'm going to share with you today is something very similar. It's recalling previous experiences where we felt a quality that we determined that we need to move into our future. So let's say we have a goal of dropping weight, or we have a goal of moving into a new career. Whatever that is, we would first think about 5 qualities that would help you reach that goal. So maybe they're qualities like commitment, persistence, let's see, determination. What about ease, right? So you think of these 5 qualities. Then for each quality that you've identified as being really important for helping you reach this goal that you have for yourself, the second step is to recall a memory where that quality, you had that quality. So let's say commitment, for instance. Let's say that you had a goal you wanted to, let's say graduating from college, right? That's a pretty significant goal. Now, that was many, many years ago for most of us, probably all of us. But it was a goal that we had that we were committed to, and we reached that goal. But let's think of something maybe more recent. Maybe you just took up a new hobby, maybe watercolor painting. That's something that I've recently started doing, but I'm committed to doing it. So I practice, I go to classes, I'm learning my craft. It makes me feel more confident the more that I learn, the more that I practice. So I'm going to recall what that feels like in as much detail as you can think of. So whatever the memory is that is associated with that quality, you're going to Visualize it. See the images. Maybe there's a smell, maybe there's a taste or something you hear. As much as you can amplify that with the 4 or 5 senses, the more powerful it is. So when you do this, so you have your 5 qualities, you have the 5 memories. So just you would take a minute in a meditative state so you can close your eyes. I suggest taking 3 deep breaths just to sort of relax yourself. And you're going to recall these memories and the feelings, and you'll do all 5 sequentially. So those 5 memories, so those that may have amplified qualities like commitment, persistence, determination, ease, and after you do that, you're going to anchor it. So when I was talking earlier, that example of smelling cookies or what was the other example I gave? I totally forgot. But anyway, you get my point. That now we're going to anchor it. So what I like to do is I find a physical thing that I do. So it could be putting your hand on your heart. But let's say it's your hand on your heart. I'll do that for the example. So I've recalled all those memories. I've imbued it with all of this sensation of taste, smell, visuals, color. You know, if you have a particular color, you maybe ask yourself what color would really energize this feeling. And then you'll put your hand on your heart. As you take 3 deep breaths, come up with a phrase that sort of encapsulates this whole experience. So maybe it is, I step into my future with ease and confidence. Let's say it's something like that. So you put your hand on your heart, take a big breath in. I step into the future with ease and confidence. And you would just do that 3 times. So you sort of anchor that feeling into your body. So now when you're when you're on your path, and no matter what you're doing, and you come to a block or a challenge where you're feeling like you just don't have what you need to get to the next step. And remember, we're always just taking these little tiny steps. We're not trying to take these huge leaps. So you could use your anchor, put your hand on your heart and say your phrase. You take a breath, say, I move into my future with ease and confidence. So I hope you'll practice that. It's a really powerful, powerful tool. And there's a second part of this. So the other part you can do is, and you could write this in your journal, but it would be to recall peak experiences in your life. So a peak experience is something where it could have been mystical or magical, but it was just, you know, you'll remember it was like one of those like life-altering experiences. It was a state of euphoria, of excitement, maybe enthusiasm. But you're going to do 5 of those and recall 5 peak experiences from your past. And you write those out in your journal. And then you're going to do another little minute meditation. So you're going to close your eyes. I always say do 3 breaths before it so you could just sort of relax. Maybe it takes longer than 3 breaths, but first, you know, get into a relaxed state. And now you're going to recall these 5 peak experiences. You might even imagine like your life as a timeline. And you'll see these 5 peak experiences on your timeline of life in the past. And they're leading up to a point that would be now. So this is a real visual. Maybe you see a road, and the now is maybe really lit up. And then you'll see these 5 experiences. So you're going to recall them in your mind, see those 5 experiences, and then take all of that energy and kind of see that energy behind you, pushing you through the now and into the future. And so you can use all this energy from these experiences that you've had in the past. You might even associate a color with them. And maybe you see it as this energy of color. Maybe this, I don't know, it'll be whatever is for you. For me, it just feels blue. I don't know what it will feel for you, but you see this blue energy kind of pushing you from the past through the now and into the future, into this goal that you have for your life, because we all have them. I was just reading an article today. Actually, it was a post by Elizabeth Gilbert. I love Elizabeth Gilbert. I think I talked about her last time, the author of Eat, Pray, Love. But she was talking about a conversation she had with her mother, who at the time was 73. And she was talking about how her mother was not complaining, but she was sharing how she was saddened by many of her friends who, even as early as in their 50s, were sort of like, you know, hanging up their their shingle, right? They were like, they felt like they were done. And they talked about how old they were and how their body aged, and that had become their life. And I believe that women now in their 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and beyond, I think we have to keep creating dreams, keep creating goals. That was one of the things she said in this post, was about always have something that you are creating for the future. So I hope you found this helpful. Hope you're having a great week. Again, I'm in Atlanta this week visiting my family. I have two grown sons. One is 28, one is 26. So I am very much looking forward to seeing them. And I have a little grandson, Dexter, who is a little over 2. So I'll get to see him as well. So take care, everybody. Hope you're having a great week. Much love. Goodbye.